This one strategy is going to change the entire sports betting industry. Let's go ahead and jump into exactly what true value is. So what it is being able to find plays on any given day, correlating it with the odds, and making it a percentage high enough to where it gives you the highest probability of actually winning that bet being correlated with the odds. It might sound like a mouthful that I'm giving you guys right now. It might sound like you don't really understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to explain to you what this means. So let's say, for an example, a minus 200 play. So a minus 200 play pretty much gives you a 66% chance of winning right out the gate. Well, I'm going to take a pitcher prop, for example, and use that with you guys. So let's say Spencer Strider, which is a pitcher for the Atlanta Braves. Let's say that the bet is over under 17.5 outs. That means he has to pitch at least 6 innings. Now, let's say that's a minus 200. So if he's a minus 200, that means that, he has a 66% shot right off the bat that he is going to go over that 6 inning mark and be able to pitch at least 6 innings. Now, let's talk about if you pulled up his stats. So now if you pulled up his stats to be able to see over the season how many times he was able to go at least 6 innings, now you would see that he went 6 innings at least 20 out of 29 times. So as a percentage, that's 69%. So now let's take, for example, that his odds at the sportsbook are minus 200. So right out the gate, that's giving you a 66% chance of actually winning without any other info. Now we take our other info that we did on our own, and guess what? We have a 69% shot that he's actually going to be able to pitch at least 6 innings. So what does that mean? That right there is true value. The sportsbook is giving you a 66% chance of this play actually winning, but your true value in real life is 69%. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys here of what true value is and what that means is finding the discrepancy with the odds in the sportsbook and being able to grab true value real life percentages and being able to have the upper hand. That is what it means to have the edge. So in this example that I'm giving you, you have an edge there of about 3%. That play is actually going to give you pretty much a 70% shot of actually winning. Now, here's the problem when people see this. When you see this as a minus 200 play, you automatically run scared because people don't want to bet minus 200, minus 250s, minus 300, minus 150 because it's been embedded in your brain to only bet minus 110s, minus 120, minus 130s, where it's very hard to find true value in that line. So whereas there's a discrepancy and you're able to actually find a real life better probability than what that number is that they're giving you at the sportsbook. But when you go up in odds a little bit, this is where you find the discrepancies because sportsbooks know that people don't like betting up in odds, so they leave it on the table. This is where we find our edge. And just like the example that I just gave you, you have a 3% edge on that bet that I just mentioned right there. And that is just an example of how you can correlate that in baseball with a pitcher prop. Now you can do this with football, you can do it with basketball, and you can do it with hockey, all right? You can do this with a bunch of player props. Now, just to explain to you guys how important player props are, new age betting, player props, you can be more profitable in that than you can be in money line spreads and totals. You cannot play money line spreads and totals and still be a professional sports bettor nowadays because of how player props, they give you so many of them that you can choose from. And there's so much statistics and there's less variables that come into play because it's just one player. It's very important. When there's just one player, it's either they're going to do this or they're going to do that. There's not all these variables that come in. You don't need a whole team to be able to come through on a certain area for you to be able to win. It's that one player. Now, sportsbooks know this. So you can rarely go up to an actual sportsbook in a casino and bet certain prop plays that you can access online. Now they do this because they don't want to take heavy bets on that. So this is where we can exploit. This is where we can get an edge. So when you apply the true value system and what I like to call is the Linemaker method, because there is nobody out here teaching you guys this stuff or even showing you how you're able to come up with this type of stuff. This is where you get your edge. This is where you set yourself up day in and day out to give yourself the highest probability of actually winning. Now, it's very important to understand when you have that edge, whether it be 1%, 2%, 3%, sometimes I've found 10 to 15% discrepancies that gives you that much of an edge over what the line is that the sportsbook offered to you. When you find those are the plays that you are going to be able to hit long term and be able to turn a profit long term. That is how you set yourself up for success, not by going out and just betting on your favorite team, gut feelings, just going out there and just, oh, I feel like this team's going to win, so let me bet them. That is not true value, guys. That's not. That is where you're going to lose. That is where most sports bettors lose. They lose because they're not following the right strategy. So make sure if you guys want this strategy and want me to teach you that, go in the description and click the link because it's very important for me to teach you guys how to do this because this is where you're going to get your edge. This is where you're going to make the most amount of money. This is where you're going to stop donating to the sports books. Now, if you guys implement this Linemaker method that I am talking about today into your sports betting, betting, I guarantee you are going to be able to see some serious profits in the months to come. So make sure you guys are taking your sports betting serious. I suggest you learn exactly what it is that I'm teaching right here, because once you learn exactly what it is that I'm teaching and the Linemaker method, you are going to be able to turn profits and win more than you've ever won in your entire sports betting career. As always, guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.